Hi. For today's lesson, we're going to need to make some patterned paper for our project. Sometimes in the art room, we get to make painted paper at stations, or I have colored construction paper to choose from. Since we're at home, we might not all have lots of different kinds of papers to choose from, so let's make our own patterned paper. I'm going to show you how. You just need some white paper. This is 9 by 12, or if you use the paper out of your printer, it's close to that size. If you have construction paper, you can use that as well. A light color is sometimes best. Here's how to do it. Make your pattern paper, select the piece you're going to use, and fold it into 4 sections. Fold it in half one way, line up the corners, make a crease, open it back up, and fold it the other way. So you have those nice 4 sections. Now you can make 4 pieces of pattern paper. You can use any materials that you have at home to make the pattern paper. Right now I'm using crayons. If you have white paper, you can color on top of the white paper to make a color first and then add patterns on top. You can use markers. You could use paint. If you want to use a light colored crayon and draw with invisible lines and then make a resist, you can do that. Any of these things will make great pattern paper. And again, if you have colored construction paper, you can use that too. So I have a bunch of different pattern papers that I made, folding my paper into 4 and making 4 different patterns on my paper. You only needed to have made 1 for your lesson. If you made more than 1, you have more choices, and then I can show you some extra things you can do with the extra paper if you had fun making pattern paper and made more than 1. A lot of people are making decorations for their windows to show people outside that they care. I thought it would be a great opportunity for us to make some art, and art that we can hang on our windows or front door to share with our neighbors, to show everybody in the Noecker community that we care about each other. So we're going to practice with our scissors, and we're going to make some hearts. So with my 1 piece of paper, the first thing that you want to do is to cut those 4 rectangles apart. Remember, when you're using scissors, think of it like a big mouth. The top is the eye, the smaller hole, that's where your thumb will go. The larger hole is the bottom, and that's where your fingers go. We always hold the scissors pointing away from us, and we open and shut. And remember, try not to move your hand around a lot when you're cutting. It's better to move the paper. Now, pre-K students, you might need a little help cutting your paper, and that's fine. So maybe you try a cut, and then your family member tries a cut. But as long as you're getting a little practice in, that's fine. Older students that know how to use scissors, please use them. Cut your paper into 4. Here are my 4. Now, a heart is a shape. A shape is an element of art, and a heart is symmetrical. So to make our hearts, we don't have to cut out the entire heart. We can fold our rectangles of pattern paper in half and only have to cut half the heart, and then it will be symmetrical when we open it up. So if I'm using my first patterned paper, I'm going to fold it in half with the colored part inside, and now I have my folded piece of paper. The fold will be the center of my heart. So what we want to do is we want to draw half of a heart going away from the fold. The outside is where the open side is where the outside of the heart will be. And then we can cut it out, open it, and have a perfect heart. So I'm going to use my pencil. I'm going to draw kind of a letter U that kind of goes into the corner. I'm drawing it upside down, and then my heart will come down to a point at the bottom. If you make a shape like that, you will have a heart when you're done. So, keeping my paper folded, I'm going to cut both halves of the paper at the same time. I'm going to follow my pencil line. I'm going to cut all the way around. See how I'm moving the paper, but not my scissors. My scissor hand is not moving. And when I open it, I'll have a lovely heart. You can do one with each of the 4 sections of your paper, and maybe hang them on the door or window to show people that you care. If you made an extra piece of paper, of pattern paper, there's things you can do with that too. You could either fold it in half and make one big heart, drawing, cutting, opening, Or you could cut the piece of paper in half and you'll have 2 cards with beautiful pattern paper on the outside. Maybe you could write a message to somebody that you miss or you love, or someone that you want to say hi to when you get back to school. Or you can use any of the extra pieces of pattern paper for window hearts. Or you could use them to make another collage. So if I had extra pieces like these here, I could cut them up and make any other kind of picture that I wanted. So I hope you have fun practicing with scissors, making symmetrical shapes, and hanging some hearts in your windows to show Noecker that we care. Bye.